Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and today we're here to talk about the Tract spotting scope. Now, they make this in a straight through like you're seeing here, or the angled adapter. I tend to like the straight through version because for PRS, I typically set these up on a tripod, and I don't want to have to keep my tripod really low because I run a tripod caddy typically, and I have things hanging off of it. So I like to be able to run this to where I can get this right up at eye level, and that way I don't have to lean over it. I can just come and look through it. But today I'm going to be taking you guys along with me. That's what I've been waiting for, is this Nova grade adapter. I actually tried several things. Tried the Tacticam, and I think you guys saw that in the other video, and honestly the results pretty much suck. So this I actually found on the Tract website, and I bought this guy. It shipped pretty quick, and let's see if I can get this fired up here. This is the Nova grade adapter. It's pretty easy to use. Let me just go ahead. I'll just go ahead and start recording, and let me get it lined up. You can see right now it's out of alignment. I just kind of have to push it forward. There we go. And find the center, and bam, it's recording. I'm going to go ahead and aim this down range. Let's see. Well, it's obviously parallax for further, but here's my 50-yard target. Let me get that parallaxed in. So we're at max magnification on the spotting scope here, and yeah, it's pretty dang good. And you see I can play with the focus, and right now it's at 45. This is the smaller of the two options. This one is the 65 millimeter. You can get an 80 millimeter. It's going to have up to 55, and I do have the other eyepiece for this, the mill, and this is out at 22 power. But you see you get a really good field of view here. Let's take this out to 100. And I used this at the last DMR match. You'll see that footage, but the one thing I can say is I had a lot of people look through this, not through the phone per se, but just through the spotting scope, and a lot of people really like this. Let me turn that magnification back in, and we're at 1 by on the phone here, but a lot of people really like this. I mean, because look at the image quality. I mean, it's pretty crazy how good this spotting scope is. I think it'll hold its own against anything. And again, like I said, you just swap eyepieces, and it has a locking ring up here. You unlock it, and you just twist the old eyepiece out. You can put the mill eyepiece in, and maybe I'll show you that at the very end if I can get the adapter aligned up on there. But I did want to show you this just on my range, and I purposely waited till now, which is basically the sun is falling behind the trees, so we have not a lot of light out in here, but you can see how good this is. Let's go ahead and move this up to 150 yards. All right, that's our 150 yards, and you can see the targets there. So no problem at all, even for rimfire. You know, if you're trying to see things, that's 150. You can see 180 to the top right there. Try and parallax in on that, and I can actually come in on my phone, 2 power there, and even 5 power. My phone's not gonna like that, and get that really dialed in. Now the graininess there is the phone. You know, it's 5 power magnification from my phone looking through here, but even at 2 power, it looks really good. And then at 1 power, you're obviously seeing the best representation of the glass. And if we back out this here, you can see how much field of view we're going to get and how much you can see. So I think just in the one image here, we can get all of my 100-yard targets and all the way out to 180 yards. That's pretty freaking good. And then if we need to come in, let's say we want to look here at 50, you can see we're very easily able to look out at 50 and back to 100. Absolutely no problem. And we can zoom in on this guy. Like I said, we'll get this parallaxed in. You can see how knots, and it's very easy to get this dialed in. Very easy. And again, we can go in 2 power, get this dialed in even better. And you can see how much detail we're looking at in this. And again, guys, you know, there's no money changing hands for any of this. I paid for the adapter. Obviously, it's my phone. They did send this spotter out for review. Shameless plug here, guys, but I have shirts and sun shirts. Those are the long sleeves with the hoodies. For if you're a shooter, you know what I'm talking about with the sun shirts. If you're shooting out in the sun in summer, you absolutely need one of those. But I have both of those on the website right now up for pre-order. Now that is going to end at the end of this month. So a few days left to go order one, because these are not drop shipped. These, I use a local printer. We start with super high quality shirts, and I check every single one of them, and I package and ship them out. That's why they're done on the pre-order. But if you want to get in on it, it's going to be a military green t-shirt like this with an all black logo. The sun shirt will be a gray with an all black logo, and that's going to be a one-time deal. But let's get back to the Tract video, and as always, I appreciate you guys. All right, so here is the mill eyepiece, and you can see that it has a cover on both ends. So you can throw this in your range bag, and you can swap this out in the field. And we're gonna do this real time. Swap so I can see how easy it is. Obviously, the hardest part is going to be that Nova grade adapter, or getting that off, but let's swap them out. Hopefully this adapter piece that I'm running for the Nova grade will be the right size for what we're trying to do here. But there you have it. It's locked in, that can't move, and now you have basically a mill ranging reticle for that. Let's see if this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to get a different adapter piece. Oh yeah, this is absolutely enormous on here, but maybe if we get really lucky, it'll fit both. This does come with different, so this does come with different adapter rings. And once we have the right size adapter, this will go on there and lock. I'm holding it on because I'm adjusting the kind of diopter for this to work so that you guys can really clearly see that reticle. It is kind of at a weird backstop. Let me see if I can kind of mess with this and get it somewhere a little easier for you guys to see. There you go. Across the grass there, you can see that mill ranging eyepiece. And again, it's really simple to swap out. If we wanted to swap this back, all we need to do is simply take this off. Thanks to the Nova graded down. This isn't a plug for these guys. I paid for this. I think I was using this one for our eyepiece. I mean, it is a really easy deal. I said we just unlock this, twist this off, pop that out. So if you were doing something like, you know, truing up and you needed it, you could simply just swap them out. And it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. And it's really cool that they offer that. Obviously, you know, the Tract stuff is always insanely good for the money. I mean, that's the one thing about them. Now we're back in the other eyepiece. And we're back on and up and running at 150 yards. You can see how easy that is to swap around. The Nova grade obviously takes a little bit longer, but I mean, you can look at the image quality here and see what you're getting, which is why I wanted to wait for this. Obviously, you saw it before, like I said in the other videos, not so great. But once again, I think Tract hit it out of the park with glass quality, and this is something that I'm gonna keep in my kit for the long term to use out on the range. Like I said, I used it in the DMR match. It ran great. I don't think you guys can go wrong for buying one of these. Again, not an affiliate sale. I'm not getting anything out of it if you do or don't buy it. Hopefully you can take a look here, make your own decision. I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one.